Hello and welcome back. I just nothing to say at all. It is cold. It's cold out here, and it's a bit windy as well. At least where I'm standing, there's a bit of cover all around me from the wind, so I don't feel it quite as much. Still out here grounding. I don't know if you can see, there we go. Getting some of that ion exchange with the earth. I don't think I'm going to say much in this video. If you're looking for one of those videos where someone's just giving you all kinds of information, this probably might not be the one for you. Nothing's really coming to me, no topics. You can almost see the sun trying to creep through the clouds. I had a plan of doing my videos, these videos outdoors with only one layer throughout the whole winter. And coming out this morning, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that. We'll see. I'm definitely going to need to change the location. Then again, I could always shovel a path all the way. I could do that. I won't be bare feet on top of the snow though. I don't think so anyways. Some days, it's best just to be and to not think about things too heavy. Sometimes it's okay to just go about your day and not think about spiritual progress. To not really be so hard on yourself. Sometimes it's okay to just have a simple day. You know, even a mountain climber, when he goes up the mountain, eventually he needs to stop and to not just rest, but look at the view. You know, and I don't mean physically look at the view, and I mean, well, maybe as well, but when you stop and you look at the view, there's something going on inside of you. And that's what I'm talking about. I call it, and a lot of people say, taking it in. You hear that? Just take it in. People don't take in, I find often enough, the simple things. Don't take a moment to just take it all in. For me, it feels as though it's one of those days. Not necessarily to make progress, but to just take it in. It's been a pretty tough week or so for me. And very, very, very heavy thoughts, dark thoughts. Very dark thoughts. And I could see throughout the whole time how the thoughts were sometimes really wanting to be taken personally. It was the strange... They were very, very heavy, and we'll say it was extremely difficult not to take them personally. That's the best I could say. And I've made a lot of videos about peace, feeling peaceful inside yourself. And this is also something that is more noticeable than others some days. Some days you are that peace, it seems. And other days, it seems as though it's a whisper. And I've heard this said as well in a lot of teachings from different masters. And experiencing this myself, I can see that is also a reality for me. It seems as though I've confirmed within myself that is, for me anyways, true. But the thing is, it was still there. As quiet as it was, of all the times that I've been through this cycle, you could still see some of it, and it wasn't always visible, we'll say. It wasn't always there. It was more of a once in a while thing. There were times where it was pretty dark. So that's the thing, you learn about the human experience, and as you're turning the pages in the instructions manual, how to be a human, because we've never read the book to ourselves, we've never actually picked up the instructions manual on how to use the mind and how to experience life as a human. So as I'm doing this now, I'm discovering these things. That there is some progress that was made. And even during this tough test, there was a time where it would have been even heavier. So it shows me the value of what I've done, and it helps me to feel grateful for what I have done, all that inner work, that the inner alchemy. It's very humbling, and I think that's a good thing. When you go through some really tough times, it's very, very humbling. It's something that, as much as it's not fun, I guess I could say it's necessary. Because the ego structure that I created as I grew up needed a little bit of humility, I guess. Sometimes can get carried away in things that I believe in, and sometimes can kind of lose myself in it. And these moments help me to recognize what it is that I've actually accomplished. For me, seeking truth and speaking truth and understanding things on the deepest layer is a very, very important driving force in my life. To understand what it is to be a human, and not only a human, what is the experience of just life in general. I'm very interested in all the mysteries that science right now does not have the technology to discover for us. And you can, and I have discovered a lot of those mysteries. Buddhism, Taoism, mysticism, a lot of these, I don't know what you'd call them, they're not belief systems, they're not philosophies. Modalities of self-discovery, I guess you could call them, have found certain things. And I have found that when you look into the way they approach life and test it for yourself, the same way that a scientist would take, I don't know, a little petri dish and put some chemicals and look through the microscope to see it. Well, these modalities of understanding yourself can be looked at as a tool, right? You can use them to find some truth inside yourself. For example, you would never be able to see, the structure of, molecules and that sort of thing without a magnifying glass to really look in. And, looking into a lot of teachings, Taoism, Buddhism, from Lao Tzu and so on, it's like it gives you not necessarily the tool, because you will have everything within you, but it shows you where the looking glass is. It shows you where okay. So a person can discover these things on their own. A lot of the masters of the past have, and then they shared it with us, right? But these teachings are, I guess you could say, a shortcut. They can help a person just get there a bit quicker. And science is based on the achievements of the previous generation. And in the same way, a lot of mysticism, for example, the Buddhist teachings, since Buddha himself has been since 2,500 years ago. So in that same way, these types of spiritual teachings also can follow from the previous teachings of the previous master. So it makes sense to progress this way, because one lifetime oftentimes is not enough to really get to the bottom of things. For some people it is, for some people it isn't, and to each their own, right? Everybody has their own path. Anyways, not too sure where I'm going with this video, just sharing a bit of my experiences, and as usual, that's it for now. I'll leave you with that. Wherever you are around the world, whatever time it is that you're watching this video, thank you, thank you, thank you. My toes are freezing. Peace.